What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another ranking. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. The 2021 Oscar ceremony is just around the corner, and to celebrate this year's Oscars, like I do every year, I'm going to be ranking all of the Best Picture nominated films for this year. And this year, there are 8 nominees. I'll be ranking them from worst to best. Let me know down below in the comment section what your guys' ranking is for all of this year's Best Picture nominated films are. If you haven't seen all of them, that's totally fine. Leave me the ones that you have seen, and let's talk about each other's lists in the comments, because we are definitely not going to have the same list. We're going to have a lot of disagreements. That's why it is my list. It is subjective list. It's not the right list. I want to see your list down below in the comments and respect each other's opinions. So without further ado, let's get started.
I gave you a second chance.
You cannot capture a man's entire life in 2 hours. All you can hope is to leave the impression of one.
Why Hurst? Outside his own blonde Betty Boop, you're always his favorite dinner partner.
Are you...
For sure, my least favorite of the Best Picture nominated films this year is going to be David Fincher's Mank. Now, I was very excited going into this movie. It's David Fincher. He's one of the best directors working today. And to see that he was tackling a subject that he is not really well known in, tackling a film about the screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz, and the creation of Citizen Kane. When I watched this movie back in December, I was very let down by it. Not that it was an awful movie, just it was a very boring overall experience. It's definitely made for the Oscars. It's got the great production design, costume design, it's black and white. That's definitely going to tailor towards the Academy. Gary Oldman gives a good performance, but definitely not Best Actor worthy. Definitely Delroy Lindo deserved that spot. And it's got other great supporting actor performances in there, like Amanda Seyfried, who is phenomenal in this movie. Definitely her best performance of her career. Again, it is a gorgeous looking product, but as a rewatchable film, I'm definitely not going to revisit this movie anytime soon.
How much is it worth to you? What's your price?
To call off the revolution? My life.
Open your eyes.
Coming in at number 7 is a perfect spot for this movie because it's going to be The Trial of the Chicago 7, directed by Aaron Sorkin, his second directed film after Molly's Game. And this movie was a big ensemble movie for sure. It was tackling a subject matter that is really relevant in today's standards. It's got a phenomenal cast to it. Sacha Baron Cohen, who is leading all the awards categories for acting-wise. Got Eddie Redmayne, Mark Rylance, Yahya Abdul-Mateen. Just a phenomenal cast. And Aaron Sorkin knows how to balance all these great actors, make an incredible screenplay, tackling very important subject matters. But in the same ballpark as Mank, The Trial of the Chicago 7 is definitely a film I'm not going to revisit a lot. Again, it's a very well-made movie. It's incredibly acted, very well written, beautiful production design. It's a courtroom movie, and it's tackling important subject matters. But this is a film I'm definitely not going to revisit a lot.
And I can be certain in my heart I'll see you again.
Number 6 has got to be Nomadland, the front runner out of all of these Best Picture nominated films, directed by Chloe Zhao, a phenomenal directed film from her. She's going to be helming Eternals for the MCU. I can't wait for that. And seeing Nomadland, all the hype behind it, Chloe Zhao's direction, Frances McDormand, tackling the storyline of nomads and just filming with actual nomads. This film was beautiful, slow-paced, but slow-paced in the right way. Frances McDormand, incredible in here. She's always great. I wouldn't say it's her best performance, but she plays this character, this actual nomad. She blends in with all of these nomads, and you get to see her everyday life. She poops in a bucket, and she just lives out in her van. and it's beautifully shot. The cinematography is flawless. And Chloe Zhao's direction. This is a directed film perfectly. I could definitely see why people would call this movie very boring and overrated, because it's not that interesting, it's very slow paced, and it takes its time telling its story, and there's really no character development. But I think that's the strong part of the film, is it's a directed film. Chloe Zhao is showing you this world of what nomads do, and you get to live with these characters. And I just thought it was beautiful, very well shot. Again, not a rewatchable movie, but I definitely appreciated what Chloe Zhao was going for.
For you, Anthony.
Everything will be all right. I promise you.
There's something funny going on.
Coming in at number 5 is going to be the film that I just saw recently, a few minutes ago, just to finish this list. That is going to be The Father. The Father, this film has been getting tons of praise since last year at its Sundance premiere. Anthony Hopkins' performance, just the film all around was getting Oscar buzz. It's a really sad story. Anthony Hopkins plays this man with dementia. He's living with his daughter, played by Olivia Colman. He constantly forgets her husband, everything that's going on around him. And this film really dives into a man's struggle with dementia. And I thought the film was beautiful. Anthony Hopkins might possibly gave his best performance of his entire career. The Father is definitely a fast-paced edited film. It's very short, it gets right to the point, it doesn't waste your time. And Hopkins definitely carries this movie. I was floored by his performance. Olivia Colman is really great, as well as his daughter. And you get to see trippy sequences from left to right, and the way it's filmed is very unique. The Father is definitely a beautiful, dark, sad film that I can't wait to revisit sometime again, because it affected me.
Lately, I've been feeling like I might want to get back into it.
Promising Young Woman was definitely the most original film I saw last year. Emerald Fennell did a fantastic job directing and writing this movie. And the story to this movie is definitely interesting, to say the least. Carey Mulligan plays this character, out for revenge, basically, kind of like an Adam Wingard movie. And the way the film is directed is beautiful. Loved Carey Mulligan in here. I thought she was great in here. I can't wait to see more of her work. I'm very unfamiliar with her, and she blew it away with this film. This film is fastly paced, it has a great score, and it's totally unique all the way around. I really hope this movie does win Best Original Screenplay over Trial Chicago 7, because this movie is so well thought out. It's got a riveting story to it, and it is just white knuckle by the third act. And might I say, the ending to this movie has possibly the best ending of last year. Promising Young Woman, guys, if you have not seen this movie, definitely watch it. Carey Mulligan gives a great performance, and it's totally worth watching.
That place will never abandon you.
At number 3 is going to be Sound of Metal. Sound of Metal, this film really connected to me because I was a drummer back in high school. Playing percussion, the drums are definitely a loud instrument to play. And this film really showcases what could happen to one person once they lose their hearing. It could affect their life completely. Riz Ahmed was phenomenal in here. He gives one of the best performances of last year, and you follow his journey in here. Once he loses his hearing, he goes to therapy where he has to learn from Paul Raci's character of how to be able to cope with his loss of hearing, learn sign language. The sound effects in this movie are absolutely mind-blowing. I will not be surprised if this wins sound. Again, the score, the performances, the direction is absolutely unique as well. It's got great drumming, and it just really hits me in here. The ending shot to this movie, it gets you thinking, and I'm glad this movie got me thinking. My number 2 is Judas and the Black Messiah. I was very excited to see this movie. Well, for one, I got to see it at the Sundance premiere, virtually. I was very pumped. I heard non-stop praise for Daniel Kaluuya's performance and the subject matter it was dealing with the Black Illinois Party of the Black Panthers. And watching Judas and the Black Messiah, I thought this film was phenomenal, and I am very confident to say I think this film is a masterpiece. Daniel Kaluuya is phenomenal in here. You will not be disappointed with his performance. Lakeith Stanfield as this guy gets caught by this cop, and he has to work with him and betray his own party. And I thought Lakeith was incredible in here as well. Judas and the Black Messiah, it has a really powerful message to it. I Am a Revolutionary is really iconic. It got me from beginning, middle, and the end. And Dominique Fishback is also great in here, and it is revolutionary, it is powerful. The last 20 minutes to this movie had my jaw on the floor, and just experiencing this movie for the first time is great. And Shaka King, I love to see him do more, because Judas and the Black Messiah blew my mind. But easily coming in at number 1 for me is gonna be Minari. After watching this film twice already, this film is an absolute masterpiece and possibly one of the best films I've seen in a long time. Personally, this is the film I want to win Best Picture. Minari is the most American film I have seen in a while, and I'm taking a jab at the Golden Globes, because why the hell did you nominate this movie for foreign film? It is an American film. Minari is a beautiful film about this foreign family moving to America to start the American dream, build a farm. It has everything you want. It has an incredible cast. Stephen Ewan is phenomenal in here. I loved him in this movie. But Alan Kim, he's adorable, by the way. He is great as this little bratty kid. Just his performance elevated me. Yoo Jung-yoon, the grandma, I love her. I really hope she wins that Oscar. And Minari floored me. Crying, watching it a second time with my mother. This film is absolutely gorgeous. The score is incredible. Lee Isaac Chun's direction's great. This film will impact you in many ways. If you have a family, definitely watch this movie. There you have it, guys. That is my ranking for all 8 Best Picture nominees from worst to best. What is your guys' list? Let me know down below in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!